Good day, I'm Andrea Chisholm and this is your JIS News for June 20. Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips says the Jamaican government is pursuing several measures to protect the interests of local financial institutions in the face of a new tax reporting regime in the United States. The Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act (FATCA) will require financial institutions outside the U.S. to share information with U.S. tax authorities on the accounts of American citizens and entities obliged to pay taxes to that country. Dr. Phillips says Jamaican customers should have very little to fear of their information being shared, but the country's financial institutions will face some important risks.
The Bank of Jamaica is to carry out a risk assessment on its licensees to determine the state of readiness of these entities and their systems.
The Attorney General's chambers will also be asked to examine the implications of the FATCA regime on the Jamaican law. And the government will be exploring the possibility of entering into a reciprocal bilateral arrangement with the U.S.
If this proves possible, the financial entities would be relieved of some liabilities, particularly if reporting is done through the local central authorities, who would be empowered to receive this information.
The Education Ministry reports that there were no major hitches as it released the results of the 2012 Grade 6 Achievement Test GSAT Wednesday afternoon. The results were released in 3 formats: printed handouts, CDs, and an online version which can be accessed with the students' registration numbers. Just under 44,000 students took the test in March, and this year the Education Ministry says none of them will be placed in private schools. Portfolio Minister Ronald Thwaites has encouraged the students and their parents to accept where they have been placed, urging that they resolve to help improve their schools rather than pursuing transfers.
In most of those schools, the teachers are as qualified and as good than any others. And if the Ministry of Education, particularly in the areas of literacy, numeracy, and science, can add specialists which will help to upgrade and therefore not disappoint your brighter child, we are happy and now able to do so.
The Jamaica Social Investment Fund has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the National Solid Waste Management Authority for a waste collection equipment and training project. It falls under the $38.85 million Inner City Basic Services project funded by the World Bank.
It shows that we are committed to being part of the process and to leading the charge to making Jamaica a cleaner place, a place where all of our citizens can live and live in a healthy environment.
On Tuesday, JSIF gave the NSWMA a $13 million garbage compactor truck to support the earlier donation of 55 skips and concrete enclosures for the project communities. The Jamaica Defense Force is assuring that outside of a really heavy downpour, its 2012 military tattoo will go on as scheduled. The military tattoo, which is tied to the Jamaica 50 celebrations, will be held at the Polo Field at Up Park Camp from June 28 to July 1.
It's entertainment, and so there's a lot of music and drills and coordinated movement, precision-based displays, that sort of thing.
Several international and regional guest partners will also be staging maneuvers and performances. And finally, the Bank of Jamaica has launched a series of 2012 commemorative banknotes in celebration of Jamaica's 50th year of independence. The special $50, $100, $500, $1,000 and $5,000 notes will maintain their safety features but have changes to their original design. The front of the notes will feature the Jamaica 50 logo, while the unique reverse image on each will be replaced with a photograph of children from the Central Branch Primary School from around 1962.
And that served to depict the national motto, out of many, one people. And it formerly appeared on the back of the $2 note, which was in circulation from 1969 to 1994.
These banknotes are not just decorated pieces of paper, but are important payments instruments that also symbolize our sovereignty, our nationhood, the natural diversity of our country and our people, and our journey as an independent country.
The new notes will be released into general circulation on July 23 and will be acceptable as legal tender for all transactions. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Thank you for watching.